Hey everybody.
How we doing?
Good. Anyhow, I'm Chad, and we're here with Tim, and we're going to do a Chodcast today. And we're just kind of shooting from the hip because we are a couple hillbillies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And from right here in Licking County, Ohio.
That's right.
So, anyhow, let me introduce myself again. I'm Chad Yarnelli with hashtag Chad Eats. We have a foodie Facebook group and Chad Eats LLC page, and we also have a website. It's chadeats.com, and I'm here with a longtime friend. This is Tim. Tim, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Tim Warner. I own and drive the Wrong Turn Mega Truck. We have Wrong Turn Motorsports. Follow us on Facebook there at Wrong Turn Mega Truck, and Instagram at Wrong Turn Motorsports.
Very good. Well, Tim, number one, I want to thank you for coming out here with us and setting up here in front of Rosie's Frozen Yogurt today here in Heath. It's about all of us helping each other, right?
Exactly. Yeah, give back to the community as much as we can.
Yeah, so I guess what I want to talk about first, Tim, is you tell me, how long have you been into this sport? How did you get into it? Let's start with number one. How did you get into this sport?
Well, believe it or not, your dad. Just happened to meet him. I knew Chris in high school, your brother, and I showed up at a mud run once, and I just kind of fell in love with it. Your dad is a fantastic person. He kind of took me under his wing there a little bit and helped me out during some hard times, and I just fell in love with the brotherhood that we have within the sport.
That's pretty cool, because I can tell you, if it wasn't for mud bogging, I would have never met you either.
Correct.
And I can remember the first time I actually met you was you had broken a rear end or a front end on your original truck. It was a Dry Effects diesel truck.
Correct. Yes. That was a project that we started with my son Austin. Wanted to get him introduced into the sport, and we sat around the shop one day and we just figured out how to fit a diesel motor into an S10.
Yeah, and it was pretty wild.
Yes, it was. It was a little over 1,500 horse in that S10, and put on a heck of a smoke show, we'll say.
I was getting ready to say, all I can remember about that was a big smoke cloud.
Yes.
And I can also remember crawling under that in my dad's garage, trying to do a fast fix, and it just wasn't successful.
Just wouldn't work that day.
Without tearing everything completely apart.
Correct. Yes.
And that's how I met you.
Yes.
And I can say for a fact that you were a nice young man.
Thank you.
When I met you. You were very polite, even though we couldn't get the job done for you.
Yeah.
And we continued on to go racing it. But then I seen you disappeared for a while.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Yes. Well, so I do disaster cleanup after hurricanes and things like that. So there was just been so many disasters in the United States that it took me away from the sport that I really enjoy and love. So I've been all over the country cleaning up after natural disasters, trying to help people. And then we just finally had the opportunity to really break back out into it, and this is where the Wrong Turn Mega Truck.
That is pretty cool.
I kind of confided with Boone Roberts from Roberts Performance there to make sure that what I was looking at, make sure mechanically everything was done, and he's been a great help on this truck.
Well, let me tell you that I've known Boone Roberts myself for quite a while.
Yes.
And I can tell you some of the things that I've seen him build are pretty strong running engines.
Yes, they are.
You think he knows what he's doing in the engine department?
I guarantee you he knows what he's doing. That behind us is a test itself to show what he can do.
That's pretty cool. Now, let's talk more about the Wrong Turn Mega Truck, and let's talk about what size engine, or is that top secret stuff?
We'll just say it's 700 plus.
And what's the plus mean?
It's in quotations, it's over 700 cubic inches.
So
naturally aspirated.
So really, it's like top secret stuff.
It is kind of top secret. It's bragging rights locally.
Yeah, I understand. Now, I also see here on the truck, it looks like you have some pretty good sponsors.
Yes, we do.
Talk to me about your sponsors and where they're from and what they're doing.
So Optima Battery supplies us with the power that feeds our electronics. We run an MSD electronic control box in it, which gobbles a boatload of power to run the truck. And then we were fortunate enough to actually be called and reached out to from Nitrous Outlet.
Wow.
And that is really turning out to be a huge. As much as we value Optima themselves, we'll be at the Jamboree with them this year in Indianapolis. But Nitrous Outlet reached out to us, and they are really promoting us.
Nice.
They're only sponsoring 2 mega trucks in the country, and we were chosen to be one of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So they give us a little extra power when we need it to the truck itself.
For all the electronics.
Yes.
And then, so nitrous oxide. Some people don't really know what that is. Is that just like a power booster? Or?
It is a power booster. It has to work in conjunction. We want to pull liquid into the motor, so that we have to heat the bottle up to make sure their pressure is right, and it has to mix with additional fuel. Nitrous itself is not explosive. It's just a gas. When it heats up, it turns to oxygen, and it just creates more oxygen. It's in layman terms, it's a cheap turbocharger per se. We can force feed oxygen, nitrogen into the motor, and then force more fuel into it, which will create more power for us.
That's awesome. Now, does having a heavy foot, does that help?
It definitely doesn't hurt. Definitely doesn't hurt.
So you need to have a heavy foot as well, or it's just you got to learn how to finesse it.
You have to have some finesse with it.
Okay.
Because we do hill and hole racing, which a lot of people don't understand what that is. A lot of people don't understand what a mega truck is. When you see it, man, this is a huge truck, huge tires, huge motor. Mega truck is a mentality that you have. You've got to be a little bit crazy and freestyle with your driving. We jump this truck 10, 15, 20 foot in the air, land and take back off and race, and we go through the mud, and you have to make sure all the safety features are up to snuff on these, and everything passes for the safety of everybody inside the vehicle and around the vehicle.
Yeah. Now, I can tell you from personal experience, I've been around mud bogging most of my life.
Yes.
And that'll be a different series with some different older folks that were what I call the pioneers of this sport.
Yes.
I've watched this sport. I started watching this sport and participating in this sport in the late 70s. And I've watched this sport evolve into a totally different thing than it originally was, starting out in the mid-70s and late 70s.
Yes.
And so, how long have you been in the sport, Tim?
I've been in the sport a little over 25 years. Really, my senior year in high school is when I really got into it. I've kind of hit the sport hard with I've always had something unique. Once again with the diesel, I had other trucks before that were just, we all have to start somewhere. I started out with a stock truck.
That's funny, because you know how I started out?
How?
Foot races.
Really?
Foot races in the mud while my dad was racing the vehicles.
Yeah.
And then at intermission, I would race the foot races.
That is crazy. That's wild. It's really wild how you can really evolve in the sport. Some people do say, "Oh, it's mud running. That's just a bunch of rednecks." What nobody understands is the brotherhood that you build, the family that you build, as I call it, the mud family that you build it, going to these events and meeting people.
Now, let's talk just a little bit about your local track, because that might be in another episode too.
Yes.
I know that you really, really have strong feelings and thoughts about your local track.
Yes. Vic's Mud Bog out in St. Louisville, the oldest mud bog in Ohio, is where I started. That's actually where all of our team members have started.
Wow.
All of us have started at Vic's. And at some point, Vic, the original, your father, he taught us different things along the way.
Yeah.
And it has progressed into what you see behind us, just through
it's amazing.
Through his knowledge and hey, go talk to this person. Hey, don't do this, do this. It's amazing what you can learn out at these events.
Sure. And I know it also takes a whole tribe.
Yes.
And you have a team put together.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And I want to give a shout out to your team, because they work hard as well.
Yes, absolutely. Once again, Boone Roberts from Roberts Performance, he does all of our engine work, mechanics. He makes sure the truck's safe for me to sit in. And then we got Austin Williamson. He does all of our photography. Frank Reinhardt. He does our transportation, and he does jump in the seat of the truck also. And then Bill Martin. He delivers our fuel, picks up our fuel, helps us with our merchandise sales. And then my better half, Joan Williamson.
Absolutely.
I mean, she keeps me in line.
Well, I don't know how she puts up with you.
But I wonder myself every day.
I can tell you this. I know for what I do, collaborating with other people that have like thoughts that's the road to success.
Yes, it is.
You know, and I'm fortunate enough that I'm able to collaborate with the Wrong Turn Mega Truck team. I'm able to collaborate with your construction company.
Yes.
We're able to collaborate here at Rosie's.
Yes.
And put this event together today.
Yeah.
And where might somebody local here around Licking County be able to see this truck actually race next time?
It's actually next Saturday, May 22nd, I believe is the day at Vic's Mud Bog. Gates open at 10, I believe. Racing starts at noon. You know, everybody needs to come out and take a look at it. The people in Licking County, our local community, has never seen something like this.
That's right. And
it's going to be one of the first opportunities to really be able to see one of these. Might not be the exact style racing that we do every day, but it's definitely we're definitely going to put on one heck of a show there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I know there's a lot of good times that's been had out there at Vic's Mud Bog, and if you're not familiar with it, jump on Facebook. Go search Vic's Mud Bog. It's VICSMUDBOG. Vic's Mud Bog, and it's good family fun. And you'll see a lot of vehicles. This may be the only type of vehicle like this you see there, but you will see other vehicles that's very fast. And you never know. Somebody said that engine builder of yours, he might be getting something out as well. Is that the truth?
He's been working really diligently trying to get his put back together. I don't know if it's going to make this. Yes. He's in the background here marking orders at me as usual.
Yeah.
I've got to stop for just a second. One person I did forget that is a viable part of our team is Big John Watson. We all know Big John.
Yep.
He keeps us definitely in line at the races.
Very good.
You know, but I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you know what? That's because we're real humans.
Yes.
This truck's first in line before Boone says he's going to race.
And that's what Boone was saying in the background.
Now, that is a dedicated team member.
Yes.
To forfeit his actual fun of behind the wheel racing.
Yes.
But I have a feeling not only does your engine builder love to race, I think his true passion is building race engines.
Yes, building trucks competitively.
Well, and not only that, I've seen his engines, man, and they take a licking and they keep on ticking.
Amen to that.
I've seen him crank them clear up and leave them that way, and they continue to do that.
Yes.
Race after race. Push it to 10 and crank it. I say push it to 10 and sidestep it.
That too, right?
All right. Well, Tim, listen, buddy. Thank you for coming out.
I appreciate the opportunity.
I want to thank Rosie's as well.
Yes.
And we're going to do an episode with Rosie's too.
Yes.
And thank all your team members, and of course, thank everybody that's put up with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. I appreciate everybody that's watching. Come out and see us next weekend out at Vic's.
And also, you'll be able to find this. Go check out our YouTube channel. Wrong Turn Mega Truck has a YouTube channel as well. This is Wrong Turn Mega Truck.
Yes.
My YouTube channel is under my name, Chad Yarnelli, and that's CHODYARNELI. Go check us out, and until next time, everybody, see ya.